Guys, welcome back. So this particular video is going to be taking you on a journey. This day we left the house about 3 a.m. You can see how dark it is. My husband, my son, and myself, we had to charter a car to take us from our place in Ontario to Ottawa, which is about 5 hours away. We made out to start going to Ottawa because we wanted to go renew our son's US passport. We stay not too far from Toronto or Toronto or whatever most people call it. But you can see my son yawning. It was very, very early. We had to leave the house early because we had an appointment for 9 a.m. at the US Embassy to renew our son's US passport. So there are two places that you can do it in Ontario, Toronto and Ottawa, but we couldn't get a quick date in Toronto and we needed to travel. As at this day, we didn't have, like, my son didn't have a passports to travel with, and we have to make a trip. Don't worry, if you're new here, please just subscribe because I have so many more exciting videos coming up. We have a trip we are planning for, and of course we need a passport. So we made it to Ottawa around 8, and this was also when we got to Ottawa, and in no time we made our way to the US Embassy. So what we were going to do was to renew his US passport, and when I got there I got a very big surprise. Like, we were so like frustrated and disappointed, but don't worry guys, I'm going to be filling you in on everything. So for US passport renewal, not US visa now, US passport renewal, you need to book a date. Guys, they don't joke. You need to book a date, you need an appointment. Before we decided to go, we thought we were early, and my son said he was hungry. I packed some snacks, but he needed something else, so we just went to quickly get something for him. I wanted to use the bathroom. I used the opportunity to use the bathroom, and we made our way down to the US Embassy. It was not so far from that particular place that we were. There was a subway, so we went to subway around there, and we now walked back to the US Embassy, which is about like 3-4 minutes away from the place we went to get food and we went to use the bathroom. So like I was saying, if you don't have an appointment, you can't just show up. Guys, they are very, very strict. Even for me, that I was going with a minor, I forgot to print out the appointment letter, but thank God his name was already on the list, and they checked through their list and they found out that he was on the list. When we got to the embassy, there was a very long queue, and the first thing I did was to join the queue. But if you have a US passport, you don't need to join the queue because, well, they will attend to you as priority. All the people on the queue are for those that are planning to apply for a visa. But if you have an appointment and if you have a US passport, you just want to renew your passport, you don't need to join the queue. They just told us to skip the queue and go all the way to the front. We left everything behind, no bags, nothing, no phones. They are really, 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 really strict. And then, guys, this was after we did everything. Everything took less than like 30 minutes because, like I said, once you have an appointment, it is easy peasy. You don't need to like do anything extra. You just give them everything you have. They ask for a certain amount of documents. Of course, you would have printed out everything. You would have gotten your social insurance. Sorry, not your social insurance number. What do they call it in the US? I can't remember. But that's number, Sha. You will get it, and then the other documents that they would ask for, you would need to have all that before you proceed into the embassy. Like I said, no bags allowed, just the documents you need. You go into the embassy in less than 20 minutes, you make your payments, and you're done. And in no time we were done, we now started making our way back. This was where we parked. This was where the car was parked, the car that took us. So we booked the car to take us to Ottawa. He waited for us, and then we decided to like go back with him at the same time instead of like looking for how to go again. And this was when we were going back home to our place. In by 10, this was like around 10 a.m. we were done. And I was so glad because it saved us the cost of like renting or booking for like a hotel or something like that. I like the fact that we left the house quite early. We were able to make it for appointments on time. We left the house like 3. By 8 we were there. Appointment was for 9. By 10 we were already heading back. By 5, we were back home. There was a lot of traffic though, but we were back home. Fast forward to 4 weeks after, these guys told me that it was going to be ready in 8 weeks, and that was why I was so disappointed. But it came in about like 4 weeks. I was so glad, guys. Like, and this is the passport. We have our passport already. I have on that trip that I took to Ottawa because I didn't believe the passport was going to come, but the passport came, and I am so glad. So stay tuned. I'm going to be taking you guys on a journey. Are you coming with me? Make sure you subscribe as well. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.